Hey you. Yeah, you. Imagine you're a young guy coming into your room, and when you open the door, you see a cute older waifu that takes your breath away, because it turns out your dad got remarried, so now you have a new family. Sorry for not letting you know, son. No problem, Dad. You go ahead with the lady. Nah, just bait. This family can go to hell. Until little Nezel realizes that he has a new older sister who is spying on him a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean super ultra too much, since she even moves into his room. And that's how he found her changing, because she's going to try multiple ways to sneak in with her new stepbrother. Since more than just a family member, she wants him to be the collagen that keeps her young, so no matter how many times he shuts the door, she'll even come in through the window. What are you doing here, girl? You told me not to come in through the door. Why are you doing this, baby? It's just that I love you. Only my mom has told me that about your machine.
I see you're lacking some female affection, dude.
So, the 17-year-old girl named Ichika is so into it that she tells her friends over the phone that she wants to win over a younger guy named Tomoya, who's only 13 years old, and that's how her battle for the love of her little guy begins. Leave me alone, you old hag! Oh, but they get along so well. Then we see Tomoya going to school with his buddy, who asks him how his new little sister is, but his answer is closer to the truth than he thinks, because behind him is the obsessed girl watching to see if his friend is a 10 out of 10, since an angel like him needs to be monitored. So much so that when he enters the school, he realizes she followed him, but there's a limit to everything. Let me go, I want to see my little guy. Then we see that in Tomoya's classroom, there's a waifu named Fuji-san, who's the real deal, the popular one, and the protagonist's crush. That's right, guys. Give me attention and some male affection. Until suddenly, Ichika comes in through the window to bring her little brother his lunch, and all the little guys go with her since she's such a hot high school waifu. Wow, so that girl is the good daughter of her mother. She stole my Sims. And once they're there, a little guy tells him that Tomoya likes Fuji-san, but he, feeling shy, says that he doesn't even think she's pretty, which makes one of the girls get a bit jealous and the other one pouts for not being attractive. Damn, I really messed up. There's no doubt he's an idiot. So when he gets home and is greeted by Ichika, an angry Tomoya tells her she crossed the line, and he goes up to his room claiming she's the worst. But later, he realizes that he's the bad one since she just brought him his lunch. So a regretful Ichika, standing at the door, asks for forgiveness, to which Tomoya, feeling embarrassed, tells her that everything can be fixed with a little sit down. Then Ichika tells Tomoya that her friends are coming over, which freaks him out at first. But when he sees that they're just some average waifus, his little heart calms down, and that's how he meets Ruri Marinachi. Nice to meet you, bro! The pleasure is mine. But what melons are behind? Home-wrecking cat. Oh, how nice! Then the blonde asks him how he can stand such a weird sister, and the guy cries from the emotion because he's never felt so understood. Just then, Ichika arrives and gives him her sweet smile until Tomoya quickly heads over to his friend's house. So Ichika explains that his best friend Mitsura lives next door. Nah, just bait. He's probably with some girl. No, wait a minute, girl. It was a joke. Seeing her reaction, her friends recommend that she stop stalking him, but she admits she can't help it because if she doesn't hug him every day, she goes into convulsions. What a scarecrow you are, girl! On his side, Tomoya arrives with Mitsuru, who gets mad because he's always surrounded by beautiful girls that he envies, saying, "You're no longer my friend." Chill out, bro! I'll introduce you to them later. That's why I said you're my best friend. And that's how, as the girls leave, Tomoya and his buddy arrive, but Ichika runs after him, while Mitsuru, being a nice guy, tries to talk to the girls. Hey baby, they call me Mike. Wait, what a pair of melons, dude. Then we see Ichika calling her little brother at school because she wants to know how he's doing, but at that moment, Tomoya bumps into a guy named Kuki, who turns out to be the smartest guy in school, and scolds him for his hair. Hey baby, they call me Mike. Wait, what a pair of melons, dude. Then we see Ichika calling his little brother at school because he wants to know how he is, but in that Tomoya runs into a kid named Kuki, who turns out to be the smartest kid in school, who scolds him for his hair. Shut that dog up and go annoy someone else. Listen, bro, let me explain. This blue-haired guy is a conceited scarecrow who gets A's in everything, and that's why he'll never have a girlfriend, ever. Just cut the crap, please. So, as we see, the blue guy is somewhat popular, but he looks down on girls, especially Tomoya, for having a sister who's a total knockout. His buddy defends him until Ichika comes to the rescue, but she doesn't come alone since her friend turns out to be Kuki's sister, and she starts throwing punches. So, all beaten up, he apologizes to him because he didn't know his sisters were well known. Here we see that the tsundere kid actually cares about his sister, since Mitsuru said it would be tough to be her boyfriend. Shut that dog up, she'll never have a boyfriend. And Tomoya also noticed that his little sister isn't so bad since their sibling relationship is pretty normal. Ichika is happy, enjoying the north, and she fainted. Her mom tells Tomoya Ichika has heat issues. She suggests the pool, and hearing this, the girl revives to show her swimsuit. There is the blue-haired girl punching, busty blonde, and northern swimmer who needs her donut. Meanwhile, Fujisaki and her friends are chasing the 3 older daughters. The girl recalls being unattractive and ignored by guys, recalling her mom's advice to be nice. Tomoya approaches, but Ichika intervenes, "Stay away from my little brother!" And on the other side, we see Fujisaki and his friendly people who again leave with the 3 oldest daughters of... So, the girl remembers that she used to be ugly and that guys wouldn't approach her, and she recalls a piece of advice her mom gave her about being really nice. Just then, Tomoya approaches her, but Ichika comes to the rescue saying, "Stay away from my little brother." Then she ends up yelling at Tomoya but regrets it and apologizes, "Don't worry girl, my little sister doesn't mean any harm." Well, it seems like she does. She ends up yelling at Tomoya, but she regrets it and apologizes, "Don't worry my little sister, she doesn't do it with bad intentions." Well, it seems like it... And well, in the end, the girl decides that from now on, she won't be so mean to Tomoya since she saw him all worked up and still decided to talk to him. His level of cluelessness is impressive. Sometime later, Ichika goes out with Tomoya to the park until they run into a very handsome guy. "Hello girl, do you know English?" "Just a little bit, bro." Suddenly, Minami shows up for her brother because, indeed, this guy named Fuji is her friend's half-Russian brother. He asked Ichika if she knows the character Minori since she's awesome and all that, proving to be a huge otaku obsessed with her. He even begs her to cosplay as her because of her grade. But the best part comes when he asks her out, and she rejects him because he's not her beloved Tomoya. His sister gets all upset, but he tells her that she's pretty too, and then he leaves, saying my friend has terrible taste in girls from the north. Then Christmas comes, and Ichika is super excited about knitting a lot, while Tomoya gets questioned by Kuki if his sister doesn't give him love taps. In the dog, "Oh, poor thing, they don't give him love taps." "Enjoy your meal, bro." Then Fujisan shows up with his Fuji face, but he greets Tomoya and finds out from his friends that he's going to spend Christmas with his family, unlike her, who refuses to go out with her admirers and hears her jealous friends not inviting her out. Daughters of... On the other side, we see Tomoya buying a little gift while Ichika is spying on him. But when he steps out, he drops the gift and it gets all messed up. So Ichika can't hold back anymore and picks it up, thinking it's for her beloved crush. But Tomoya tells her, "No, it's actually for you," and asks her to accept it since he has it in hand. So she gives him a hug and shows off her new cool shoelaces. What a blessing! Then, New Year's comes, and the girls and their friends are wearing their pretty kimonos, while Kuki wishes Tomoya to have a better year. "Yeah, make my little brother get along better with yours, you know, the nice one." And that's how we see the blonde girl arrive. Then Fujisan, who's still mad at Ichika for stealing her popularity. And finally, Tomoya's little neighbor, who compliments the trio of girls because they are awesome, unlike the ones from his class. Son of a... So we move on to the wishes at the temple. I hope Fujisan pays attention to me, and I hope I can keep accusing my dear, sensational, charming brother. Shut up, girl. They really get along well, just like us. Let's see if this makes you doubt it, dude. They get along so well. Seeing this, Kuki admits to Tomoya that his little sister has been a teacher of love for him, but then a kid gets his wish stuck in a tree. And he helps him, showing Tomoya that he's not as bad as he seems. Oh, my little guy already has friends. Then, Valentine's Day comes, and Ichika asks Tomoya if he's received any chocolate, but he tells her that he hasn't, so she goes off with her friends to try to make some, since they tell her that bigger isn't always better. You're right, girl. What are you looking at? She tries her best, but it doesn't work out. Eventually, she succeeds and gives it early. On the big day, chocolates exchanged. The neighbor gets none, unlike Tomoya, who receives some. Fujisan wants to give chocolates to friends, and her true love, the blue-haired guy, her locker overflows with chocolates. She finally gives the special one to her crush, who accepts it happily. Oh man, damn, I'm really gonna definitely get the runs? Finally, the big day arrives, so it's time to receive chocolate from the girls. Or maybe not, since the little neighbor doesn't get anything compared to Tomoya, whose classmates do give him some. Meanwhile, we see Fujisan wanting to give chocolate to her two friends, but more importantly, to her true love. Yes, she likes the blue-haired guy. And later, we see that her locker is overflowing with chocolate, because she is really popular. So before leaving, Mitsuri asks her if she's not going to give them chocolate, and she takes advantage of the moment to give them hers so she can finally give the good one to her crush, who happily accepts it. Boy, you know, I'm not a stalker. Well, yes, I am. Tomoya misreads Fujisan's chocolate as love. On White Day, he gifts Ichika, who is thrilled. Fujisan gets many chocolates, but cookies excites her, though she hesitates to confess. Tomoya realizes he's sometime later. White Day arrives, and Moya returns the gift to Ichika, who gets super excited, so much that she falls on him and gives him another little gift later at school. Fujisan has a ton of gifts, free chocolate from admirers, until Cookie shows up and returns the favor, making her really excited, so much that she wants to confess her feelings, but ends up backing out at the last minute. Meanwhile, Tomoya sees how he's losing the race, but still, the girl thanks him for his gift, even though he knows in the end, he's just another name on her list. And finally, we see Ichika arrive home and invite her to eat some cookies that she has no idea why some poor fallen soldier boys gave her. Then Ichika tells Tomoya that her parents went on a trip, but the guy feels bad realizing this, so he has a high fever. Ichika doesn't know what to do, so she tries to think of something. She calls the best sister in the world, the 3000 punches, but she doesn't come alone because the blonde girl comes too. She suggests making him some apple juice, but the blue-haired girl tells them that the main thing is to let him rest more and more. Meanwhile, Tomoya tries not to go with San Pedro, remembering how his mom always supported him, until he realizes that Ichika is the one holding his little hand, praying for her brother to get better. Later, Tomoya is back to 100%, but now it's time to help his sick sister, who can't stop saying his name to recover. She gets to enjoy a little cake that, according to their mom, was made by her favorite chef. Thanks, baby! And before we move on to the last scene, I want to ask you just one question. How do you interpret Ichika's obsession with her new brother, Tomoya? I hope this next scene gives you the answer, so leave your opinion in the comments. In another scene, we see Ichika as a little girl. She wanted a brother. She would scare the girls calling her Wane-san, big sister, until one day she saw a boy crying. She was going to try to comfort him. Still, when she saw him, he was perfect. Ichika's mom told her about remarrying. Ichika was excited to impress. She showed friends her research. He likes the color blue, blood type A. Wait a minute, girl. Tomoya recalled mom's photos when dad said he would remarry. Time to prepare for the meeting. Hope you like this video. Please like and share. Meanwhile, Tomoya was remembering photos of his mother when his dad confessed to him that he was going to remarry, but that he and his late mother would always be in his heart. So it's time to get ready for the meeting, which is the same one we started this great anime with, thus concluding One-chan ga kita 2000 en. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. If you'd like to see any of my upcoming videos, don't forget to subscribe. I suggest you follow me on my social media so you can stay updated on my next videos. I'll leave the link in the description. With nothing more to say, see you next time. Bye!